All right, week 11, college football breakdown here. Good little battle in the American Athletic on Friday night. We got East Carolina traveling to Cincinnati, seeing the Bearcats at home. Pretty short 5-point favorite. Total's a little bit low at 52.5. I think sentiment is low on Cincinnati for a few reasons. They haven't played well as of late. I mean, let's just look over the last month. Beat South Florida by 4 at home. They narrowly beat SMU in Dallas. They do lose to UCF a few weeks ago, and then last week against Navy, 20-10 win. The style points haven't been there for Cincinnati in the way that I think people would like. On the other hand, East Carolina is playing their best football of the season. Beat UCF by 21, went on the road a few weeks ago and beat BYU. They're off a bye week. I understand why sentiment might be high around East Carolina. I just got to say it, though. I am this close to firing on Cincinnati because when you look at the matchups, there's just still a lot to like about the Cincinnati team. I know they don't have Desmond Ridder at that quarterback position, and I'm certainly not trying to say Ben Bryant is even on his level, but let's just take a look at the Cincinnati defense. This might be the best pass rushing team in college football. We're kind of a no-show in that department when they lost to UCF, but before that, 6 sacks at SMU, 11 sacks against Tulsa. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen somebody sack a quarterback double-digit times in the same game, and then 5 sacks against Indiana. In my opinion, Cincinnati has the best pass rushing group in the country, and I also like that run defense a lot. So just a lot to like there, and I think the narrative coming into the season was they lose Sauce Gardner, they lose Kobe Bryant. Maybe that secondary sees a little bit of a drop-off. When you're able to get after the quarterback and get pressure at an elite rate like they can, makes those guys' job a lot easier, and they've held up pretty well. So I still think the Cincinnati defense is quite good, especially by American Athletic standards. Give East Carolina credit. Like I said, they're playing their best football of the year. The one thing that I think could translate in this game is Keaton Mitchell, their running back, is a very good running back, maybe the most underrated player in the country. 7.1 yards per carry this year. Could get to 1,000 yards in this game. Keaton Mitchell for East Carolina is a guy to watch. I do think they'll be able to contain him enough, though, to where this game's going to fall on the shoulder, or the arm, I should say, of Holton Ahlers. Completing 70% of his passes, that's great. He obviously knows this offense very well at this point. He's not a dynamic football player. He's not a game-changing player. If they can just get East Carolina in 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, I do think Cincinnati can get some pressure. Not saying East Carolina's offensive line is any slouch, but this is a major step up in competition on the road that I just don't think they're going to be equipped for. So give ECU credit for what they have on the offensive side of the ball. I don't think their defense is stepping up in this matchup well either. They've been okay against the run, but teams have been able to establish a run game on them. They're facing a running back in Charles McClellan for Cincinnati, 6.6 yards per carry this year. He's a really explosive back. Expect a lot of chunk runs from him. I don't like how they translate in that matchup, but really it's the secondary that I worry about. We saw Michael Pratt of Tulane, Seth Hennigan of Memphis, even Hayden Wolf at Old Dominion, all be able to throw for over 9 yards per attempt on this East Carolina secondary. No, Ben Bryant is not a world beater. But with the expectation that McClellan does get going in the run game, it's just going to open up that element of the vertical passing game that I just don't believe ECU has proven that they're going to be able to stop. Suffice to say, if I'm playing this game, I'm laying the points with Cincinnati. 5 does seem a little bit short. I'm not really looking at this game from a totals perspective. It's Cincinnati or pass for me. I haven't made a final decision yet, but it's the only way I could play this game. All right, guys, before we get out of here, I know you see this quarter zip right here. Head over to proud90.com for all your golf apparel needs. With the colder weather now here, they got a great selection of hoodies and quarter zips for you. If you've watched the channel, you've seen me rocking the polos here all throughout football season. Browse their selection. If you see anything you like at checkout, use code Fordham. It's going to get you 15% off your entire order. That's code Fordham at checkout. It's going to get you 15% off your order. Support me. Support Proud90. Proud90.com.